So this will be probably second or third day when she starts doing her rounds. Um,
Second day? Okay.
we do second day, yeah. And she is kind of starting with the crew of the Rossi first before she moves on to other people. And she'll be targeting the people who she noticed were most affected emotionally, mentally, before moving on to the others. So Hana is up on that list for very clear reasons. So, where will she be locating a Hana?
You can find Hana in his workshop.
To the workshop.
But for the first time in a hot minute.
Oh. And of course, later I'll have to figure out like how injured, or how much recovery she's gotten from her wounds.
Right.
But obviously, like it's good enough to move around. If we need to do any retconning for if this takes place a little later or something, we'll do that.
Yeah. Also, side note, Khan, I asked Chance. He said you don't need an RP for the detox. Just assume it happened.
Cool.
Fuck yeah. Nice.
Hey, yeah. Okay, so, lorne locateth a Hana.
Yep. You come in and there's the light tinking sounds of tools being moved about. And Hana is quietly kind of looking through the turrets and kind of taking some bits apart, studying them, putting it back together, just kind of idly fiddling while making very small amounts of progress.
She'll do a soft rap on the wall with her knuckles.
He stops and kind of looks up and looks over his shoulder at you.
Hello, Hana.
He gives a nod.
Already different. Oh no. Hey, buddy. Here it comes. Check my things out here real quick. That is... It's clout interrogation for empathy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 3 plus 4 plus 1. 3 rolls. Pachow. And let me re-roll those 8s there. 4. What? It continues. 4 successes.
It continues. All right. First thing you're able to pick up as you wrap your knuckles, you can tell his reaction time is a little off. It takes him a little longer than usual to kind of register that you knocked. Not super long, but when paying attention, you notice there's that kind of that delay from what you've done to what he's doing. And when he does look over, you see with your empathy a moment pass through his face of just, it's clear he seems composed. He seems all right, but a moment passes over of just almost panic, like, oh shit. And hesitation following it before he just nods. And it was like that momentarily, like, I'm doing my own thing, everything's normal, kind of fell to the floor and clattered for a second. You can see extreme amounts of stress and anxiety and all these things. He looks tired as well.
Who doesn't?
Right. I think everyone does right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what you you get out of it.
Okay.
Definite signs, I think Lorne would probably know as an arbiter, definitely still signs of shock going on.
Like he hasn't worked through it all yet.
No, he hasn't worked through it.
Okay. She will move over beside him. Is there... Yeah, there's a chair that was always kind of her chair, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the long chair.
The long chair. Well, she pulls the long chair over and will take a seat beside him. How are you holding up?
He opens his mouth to respond and then closes it. Kind of bites his lip. And then he just... There's a long pause. He doesn't look at you, he looks at his desk, and you can see the expression of having to deal with something that he hasn't prepared for and is not prepared for.
Lorne will rest a comforting hand on his shoulder. It's the kind of resting a hand that is inviting of a hug if he needs it.
He will go into hug. He needs hug.
He is wrapped in her long limbs and given a Lorne hug. And she will hold it for as long as he requires.
You will be there for a while.
Okay. She won't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
This is his way of dealing with it, because clearly he hasn't actually been dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, she holds him and she, cards her fingers through his hair and, rubs his back and all the soothing things that can be done.
Mm-hmm. He stays there for a while before finally he lets go. You can hear him kind of... when you're giving him a hug, there's a shaky almost sigh of relief, comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and goes to a data pad nearby and picks it up, and he tip taps and then offers it to you.
She'll take a look.
And he says, "Apologies for the silence. I haven't been able to get myself to speak."
Of course. Such things happening as they are. And she just kind of shrugs, like not a defeated motion, just, we all have our ways of dealing with such stresses.
Nods.
And she'll take a look at the pad.
He hasn't written anything. Or do you mean just in general?
Yeah, just because you said he handed her the pad.
Yeah, he had with the words on it.
Oh,
otherwise it's
I
just
thought
a
he
data
said
pad.
it. Okay.
No, he hasn't spoken.
Okay, so what did it say again? Sorry.
Apologies for the silence. I haven't been able to get myself to speak.
Okay. Then yeah, her response is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll hand it back to him.
He takes it.
Take as much time as you require.
Gives a dry, almost bitter laugh. Nods. Motion towards Lorne. Type down on the data pad and just show yourself, question mark.
I have said my prayers for those that have departed. I have gone through the motions of mourning, and will continue to do so for some time, I think.
Nods.
But if you are inquiring as to my own state of mind, I am doing all right.
Takes a moment, processes that. There's one acknowledgement.
Faith, I am finding, has served as a very strong shield against these atrocities.
Types, after hesitation, he types, "Can you say a prayer?"
Yes. And if he would like her prayer, she can say one.
Yeah, he will listen.
And she will recite from one of the scriptures or blah, 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 you know.
Mm-hmm. Could get a good,
Mm-hmm.
good come to Jesus moment happening.
Right.
Space Jesus.
Yeah, something reassuring, you know, a
Mhm.
passage, you know, for the departed ones and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I will gently just place down a cold roll. We are good.
What was the roll?
I got one success. It was just a quick cold roll to see where he's at.
Ah, gotcha.
Now here's a question.
Mhm.
Prayers for the stream. Do they end in amen? How did they work?
I don't think it's a amen. They, gosh, I had it open. They have a couple different sayings that they do say.
Really?
Yeah, let me pull it up. I had a doc open for Lorne stuff, and I really should just screen cap like the 5 pages on infinitology that I have. Drop, there it is. Be let's open the PDF. Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, search infinitology. Okay. I know there's stuff religion. Creeds, meanings. Embrace your emotions as they often can lead you through difficulty, but still you have to be careful how you act on them. Sayings and proverbs of the church. Kendron be blessed, embrace the life of all by the great stream and the mind, heal creation, may the age of purity come, the joining awaits us all, creation is divine and the divine is creation. Walk in harmony, it might be one of hers then.
Walk in harmony?
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Mm-hmm. So, religious motto that Lorne has embraced at least.
Mm-hmm. I'll quietly mouth that after she says it then.
Mm-hmm.
Nod.
She returns it.
For some Starts to look over his desk and kind of a moment of memory kind of hits him, and he looks over and opens a small little drawer where he keeps spares and other things like that. And he'll hold over to you a couple of nuts, bolts, things like that he usually, when he's finished with the project and has extras, would supply you with for your beads.
Ah. She will reach out for them.
Give them to you.
Thank you.
Smiles.
And she'll pull, I'm sure when she's on the ship, she keeps string with her. She'll pull a small thing of string out and begin beating them together. Has been a while.
Just cocks his head to the side.
She glances up.
Wait. Like, why do you not understand what my stairs, Lorne? And then we'll
I can, well,
type into the data
give me a
pad.
second here. She may. She may understand his stares. Pachow. 3 successes.
You understand his stares. Even as he's reaching for the data pad. You can tell he's kind of confused by that statement. Wasn't aware that you had stopped beating.
For a brief time. It does feel much longer, I think, than it actually has been. I have been focusing a little more on my dancing.
Does Hana know that she dances?
Probably. She's been doing it here and there, but has been ramping up how much she's been doing it recently.
About. How has it gone?
I am improving.
Makes like the keep going motion, like so, like we'll keep going.
Not so long ago, I have made an attempt at, okay, I'm trying to think. Being on point, there we go. At being on point. And I have achieved it with a modicum of success.
I don't know how much that jargon it means anything to Hana, so I'm gonna roll. Knowledge roll, here we go. Thank God knowledge rolls are brains. Checking quick. Yep. So 10 dice each. Boom, we know about ballet jargon. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
He looks impressed.
I will have to show you sometime, I think.
Nods and types out, yes, I think you will.
She smiles and continues beating.
He will return to his tinkering quietly. And you'd probably be able to notice now that you're here, he's actually making proper progress instead of just kind of fiddling.
She won't be bringing anything up, so if they work in silence, I think that would be totally okay for it.
Yeah, it'll probably be just working in silence. We could probably cut it there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.